Hello everybody, thank you for coming to take a look at what I've been making. This is my latest design team project for Artymaze, and for this journal I've used Patchwork Botanicals as the main kit. The book that I've used is a repurposed book. It's one that I've used all the pages, so I was left with the cover. And I'll show you the image on the front in a moment, which is why I decided to use this book. The journal measures is approximately 6 inches wide and 8.5 inches tall. The cover is slightly faded, top and bottom, because there was no dust cover on it and it is an old book, but actually it's in really good condition. The spine, it's a 2.5 inch spine, and there's a dangle on that spine with some beads and some buttons and some ribbon and some eyelash trim, I think you call that. So it's quite a big chunky journal, this one. I don't know if you can see that, but it is quite chunky. I wanted this one to have a lot of texture to it, so I've added quite a bit of fabric and lace to it. So the tie that I've used is some stretchy elastic, so there's expandable room in that. So if we have a look at the inside, just make sure you can see it all. There we go. So on the inside here I've put a, oh, I didn't show you the front cover, silly me. That was the image that I wanted to show you. It's kind of embossed or impressed into the fabric of the cover, and it's pansies, roses, daisies. And because the kit is Patchwork Botanicals, I just thought that this cover went really well with it. So looking at the inside, here we go. I've put a pocket at the front, and that's just a fabric pocket there. And then this is made from envelopes. I want to say it was Roxy Creations that was making these on a 100-day challenge. If I've got that wrong, I apologise, but I'm sure it was Roxy. So 2 envelopes joined, tucked in together, and then I've collaged it with Artymaze's collage kits, and I've used both of her kit 1 and kit 2 in this one. And there are 2 cards in there, 2 journaling cards, so there's one in there and then one in there as well, so they just tuck in there, and then in the middle there's a journaling card that just tucks in there. So the kit, it's a really beautiful kit. I love this one. Andrea, thank you very much for letting me use this one. Those pansies or violas, just gorgeous. On the inside, this is I've got a vintage tablecloth and I scanned it. Some people are doing scanning of old things at the moment, so I scanned it and printed it, and I've used that to make a pocket. And there's a journaling card there with some lace and some fabric tucked in, and that image actually is from Mrs Cogs' Wayside and Woodland blossoms, and that one is as well, so I've used a few of those. Fabric cluster there with some buttons on. Book page here, another of the kit pages, some tabs. This is a journaling card from Artymaze, and I've put some eyelash trim on there. And then that one is as well. I think this one is from the Nature Walk kit. Sorry, I've just kicked the tripod, I apologise. Some mushrooms on there. This paper, it's a book page that I've gessoed and then sprayed and painted, and you can actually write on it. You can see the writing on it when you do it, but I've also put some extra journaling space down at the bottom there, some more fabric. This is a envelope tuck that I've collaged again with Artymaze's papers, and these I've put some images, floral images on there, but these 2 are actually from Artymaze's Ephemera kit. So you get letters and old vintage receipts in that kit. Book page there. So you can see there's lots of room to journal. Ruffle here, some more lace on a tab there. One of the tickets that comes with the kit, and I've fussy cut a little daisy to go over that, so some layering as well. And then here, I think this was Roxy as well, so this is 2 pieces of A4 paper that have been stuck together and then folded to make an envelope shape. And again, this is Artymaze's paper on the inside and the outside. And this again is a piece of crochet trim that I had that just went so well. I scanned it, it just matched those butterflies beautifully. On the inside there's a book page there that makes the pocket. And then this tall image here is from Mrs Cogs' Alpine bookmarks. So some lovely images on that as well. And then there's a double pocket here with a couple of cards, one front, one back. And it just closes up, and then on the back I've made a little tuck spot here out of that little card. Some music paper and some paper that I've sewn on, and some cheesecloth at the back. And again, the other side of that paper, the book page, lots of journaling space. This one is Artymaze's double pockets, and I've put some lace down it to create the pocket that go on the front. And then journaling cards that go in the back as well. So I've tried to keep all the fabrics either yellows and greens in this one, because that I felt that picked out the colours quite well. And I don't know if you can see on this paper, there's kind of daisies on it. Sorry. So hopefully you can see those. That was sprayed with some inks. Another trim there. And this is a flip with a bookmark that comes, large tag, sorry, that comes with the kit. Sorry, yes, that is the book page. It confused myself there. And then one of the envelopes there that comes with the kit, and I've just done some collage there. And on the other side it says there, "The earth laughs in flowers," and there's just some collaging on that. And then on the back there's another journaling card. Again, that's Artymaze's collage paper on there, and then an image from Mrs Cogs. And then the last page of the first signature: "If you truly love nature, you will find beauty everywhere." And that's, again, I think that's from the Nature Walk kit. Some more fabric, and the book page tucks there. And then this pansy was somebody gave me a crochet doily that was falling to pieces. The cotton of the crochet cotton's so old it started to fall apart, so I've just collaged that on there. This is actually a print from Artymaze's collage kit that I've added because it just matched so nicely. And this is made out of the bottom part of bottom part of an envelope that I've cut off, and a journaling card in there, and also behind as well. And again, that's the Alpine bookmarks, and this is from the collage kit. A little bit of collaging on there. You see the beautiful colours of the kit, sort of yellow and greens. The postcard here, all the postcards I've backed with some extra paper so that you can journal on that as well. And then this one I think is from Artymaze's the calendar cards set. So there's a few of those, and that's backed in paper as well. Some more trim there. This is a CD envelope, and that says "Live in the Moment." So there's a journaling card that goes in there, and put the mushrooms on it, and then underneath you can write on this or put a picture onto it. Can you see that? So you can stick something on there, and then there's a journaling card that tucks up into there as well. These papers, I used Artymaze's technique where she soaks her paper in tea and then uses inkjet images and lays it over, and it makes the ink run, so it gives quite a nice effect. So I found I quite enjoy doing that. Book page there with a bit of a ruffle. And then I think this was inspired by Gail Agostinelli. So this is an envelope, and then the flap of the envelope is inside this paper sheet of A4 that's folded over. So this is my take on Gail's. So there's a card in there, and that's one of Artymaze's. That goes in there, and I put a ruffle on the top. And I've put the doily and the mushrooms on there, and the trim. and then on the inside, and then this is the envelope. So there's a tuck spot just there, and the envelope there, and then there's a tuck spot at the back there. And then this is one of Artymaze's papers from the kit, and I've copied it onto tissue paper and then covered the envelope with it, so it's just a bit of a different texture. Some more little tuck there. It's not a tuck, little collage. Some more book pages. Lots of space to journal. This one, as I was making this, I watched Wendy's Journal Adventures, and Wendy made this out of 2 envelopes, 2 long envelopes. So there's a pocket there with a card in. There's a pocket there with a card in. And then you could write on there if you wanted to. And that's Artymaze's paper again. Oops. And then I've done it so that it actually flips out, so that you could journal on that if you wanted to. It is pale enough to, or stick something on. And then you've still got this paper here. Just a paper ruffle there with a little card tucked in, and some more trim. Some more of the cheesecloth and the paper that I'd stitched on with my sewing machine. And then there's a little tuck spot there. And the little birds that I've put on, I think they're watching to see if there's any little insects in these flowers. And then again, that's a piece of old tablecloth that I've scanned. And cards there. Another piece of the trim there, book page. And again, the paper using Artymaze's technique with teeth. And fabric flip there. And again, the book page that I've painted on and sprayed. And then there's a pocket here, and that says Butterfly Kisses. So a little collage there with the butterfly. And then there's a journaling card there. And then again, another of Roxy's flips there. This time I put the pocket on the inside, and instead of putting the pocket here at the bottom, I've put a little tab across the top with some paper that you can take out. So there's some journaling paper there, some extra journaling space, and there's a little rabbit there as well. So you could change this once you've written on it. And again, it's Artymaze's paper. And on the back, there's just that little tuck spot there. Some more texture there. Another corner flip. I love this paper with the butterflies, and I've put on there choose to shine. Another tuck spot there under the butterfly, and then some more journaling space here with the mushrooms. Tags, the large tags that come with the kit. It's Artymaze's eco paper. And then this is, I think it's the Tim Holtz die. I think it's Tim Holtz on there with the cards behind. And then that opens up so that there's journaling space in there. And then it's got a tab at the back as well. And another envelope there with some images, some flower images there, and they're from Mrs Cogs' Wayside and Woodland Blossoms. And then I've flowers whisper beauty to the world, and I've made that as a little pocket there. That just hangs over there. And then on the back of that, there's a little card. Again, one of Artymaze's. I put some sparrows on that I'd fussy cut out. There's an image there. I think that's from the Woodland kit, I think, from Artymaze. And again, another of the pansies. And then the last, another of the envelope bottoms, the bottom part of the envelope. And those beautiful butterflies again. Some more buttons there and some lace, a little snip. Corner pocket. the book page. This belly band, I've cut circles, punched circles out of an Edith Holden index, the index pages at the back, and stitched them onto some lace and fabric and made it as a little belly band there. And again, another of the pansies. And some of that's part of the pansy as well that I cut off. Another of the postcards, and again that is backed with the paper, and that one, and then there's another little collage area there, and then this one again, there's the journaling card that goes in the top with the ruffle, little butterfly. And that's how a comment by John Clare about primroses. And then I was watching Wendy's journal adventures, and she fussy cut some flowers out and was making like a little garden. And so I stuck my little flowers. So that's my ode to Wendy's little garden with the butterfly. And again, the long tag there, and the pocket just there, and the tuck spot just there. Another of the envelope tucks just here. Inside with the butterflies from Artymaze. And another of the calendar cards there. And some of the pages you can see have been lightly stamped. Another of the postcards, again, that's been backed. And then this little envelope here is from Artymaze's Ephemera kit. So it's a double-sided envelope, so I kept it double-sided. And I've hinged it there so that it'll flip out so you don't lose your journaling space. And there's a card in there as well. So I wanted to keep it, I think there's something like 128 pages in this. So I wanted to make sure that it was a journal that could be used for journaling. It is big and heavy. I think it weighs over 800 grams. It was a big one. Another journaling card, the same, the fabric pocket there, and then one of the little envelope pockets from Artymaze. So that's my design team project for Artymaze, and with some images from Mrs Cogs as well. So I do hope that you like it. It is big, it is heavy, but I think it's a lovely journal. I'm very pleased with how this one turned out. And I'd like to thank you very much for watching, and if anybody does have any questions, then please do ask me and I will be more than happy to answer. Thank you very much. See you soon. Bye bye.